Hello and welcome to the Col Social Sessions. Tonight is Monday night. We are on the Magnificent 8 route. I'm questioning that as I'm saying it. And we also have a special guest in the form of Kat Ferguson from the Story Racing team. So let's get into it. Let's find the companion app on my phone. Slightly different setup here this evening, as you can possibly see. Hopefully that will create a better YouTube experience, because I wasn't that happy with how it was over the last couple of weeks, as in I felt like the setup could have been improved. We'll soon see if that's actually the case. Let's go and find everyone over in the world of Zwift, see where everyone is from. Hi everyone. It's going to be a lot easier for me to type on the phone. That's part of the motivation behind the change in setup. Of course, communicating with everyone on Zwift is the most important. Oh. We have just over 2 minutes. Let's keep it nice and steady tonight. I will not be exceeding 2 watts per kilo, I can promise you that. I will not exceed. And we also have our sweeper, Micah, who will be riding at around 1.2 watts per kilo. Our sweeper, let's introduce that. We don't have long at all, just 1 minute and 25 seconds until we go. I'm looking forward to this one. I've had quite a good weekend. I feel quite energetic, and I'm quite looking forward to having a nice little pedal. I don't want to go too hard, but at the same time, we could go a little bit harder than sometimes. No, we're not going over 2 watts per kilo. Strict. Strictly not over 2.5. I never ever exceed. Seems to be a current theme on Zwift, where a ride will be advertised at a set intensity and then no one adheres to it. Well, that doesn't happen on my rides, I can promise you that. Right, turn on activity tracker. Right, that's ready, that'll record. And normally finish near the back. We can just roll off the line. I'm in the band UCR position there. Get into trouble. Joshua Jack Smith is back. I can sprint you today, Josh. Hi Josh, how are you doing? How was your weekend? How was your you were working this weekend, weren't you? Have I made that up? That was you, I think. After a hard session on Friday, from memory. Here we go. Let's see. Let's go and give some ride-ons, which is my favourite thing. I'm already near the back. That didn't take long, did it? All being well. I need to change gear. It's far too easy a gear. Well remembered, Jack says. It's been weighing me down all weekend, trying to remember what everyone's been up to. Anyone else take part in some TT events over the weekend? Alex wants to know. I feel quite good today, even though, well, you wouldn't know that looking at the screen. Because I am at the back, as always. Graham's back as well. How are you doing, Graham? Better than Josh by the sounds of it, because Josh had a migraine. Oh no. That's not cool at all. I'm very lucky that I've not had experience of that, but from what I know, it's obviously not a lot of fun. This normally takes around an hour, this ride, which is about the right amount of time at this intensity, I find. Obviously that will depend who you are and how hard you like riding. But generally speaking, an hour, like a zone 1 to zone 2, is quite nice. On the legs, look, I'm sticking to my power. Right, it's been cold where I live, but it has been sunny, which has been nice. Matt Ellis in the house. Here he is. Matt Ellis, how are you doing? Heated socks. That's not aimed at Matt Ellis, that's aimed at Mark on the companion app. I get cold feet. I would quite fancy trying a pair of heated socks. It's funny this time of year, you start to notice a lot of changes in people's habits. Do Josh and Matt know each other? That'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? Small world of cycling. Not riding today, Chris. Had a morning workout. Had to bail because I didn't feel good. Just one 10-minute effort at 5 watts per kilo, then died. To be really honest, Josh, I think I feel the same today. I didn't really ride yesterday. I took my e-bike out. However, Carlo, no, apologies. What's happening? I'm going properly out the back here already, aren't I? Every week. Is Micah even ahead of me? Oh. I'm pressing too many buttons on my screen. My fat thumbs. Was it better, Graham, out of interest, not having my phone in my hand for communication? Because I could definitely go back to doing that if that was better. Ooh, yeah, I can imagine you would be feeling rough after that, Carlo. Everyone, most of the people that I know seem to suffer after having that. Stream battles going on YouTube. Normally I pretend I had no idea what you meant, but since I've started doing it. Gadget loves his bib shorts. Quite enjoying mine as well, if I'm honest. Recommend some heated socks. Only the last hour will be raced. I'm still under 2 watts per kilo, it's okay. Do not exceed 2 watts per kilo. we go, that's my take on stage 1 of the Tour of Britain in 2021. It is in Cornwall, which is where I'm from. But I expect it will be a bunt sprint, purely because it's day 1 of an 8-day race. What I'd really like, Josh, or Jack, sorry, Graham, what's going on with me today, is a mount a little bit closer to where I am. I'm trying to get a different angle so it doesn't look like I'm floating on the bicycle. Hey Oliver. Olivier. Michael's phone's in Dutch. Who are you tonight? Who? Instead of how. Right. The only one downside to sitting this far away from the camera, which is where all of my controls are, makes it quite hard to adjust my fan, which is currently off. So I definitely must not exceed. Under 2 WKG is good for me. Right. How far behind am I? Let's go for a checkup. So Graham likes the angle. I need to adjust my other little bits and pieces, and then the messaging can come back on screen as well, which I think works quite well. I'm not completely out the back of the group here. Let's find out how hard the sweep is going. I'm in a lovely little group. How do I deal with failed workouts? It's a very good question. There's been a lot of them over the years. I used to get really obsessed about it and really annoyed, but we aren't machines. Sometimes you have to accept it just simply wasn't possible. Sometimes coaches will set you sessions designed to reach your limit, in which case you're guaranteed to fail. They don't always communicate that, but it is something that happens. I would say try not to worry about it. Eat well, recover. You know, there's generally a reason why you've not been able to achieve it. Maybe just a little bit too tired that day. External stresses in life. As good as all the training apps are, they can't tell you what the external stresses in life are. They can't take account for that, so just move on. When you go to bed, forget about it. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow is another day. What you can't do is make up for missed sessions, so don't worry about that. Alex says he fails all his sessions. That's because your coach is mean, Alex. I've seen what he said to you. Oh, I'm verging on going over 2 watts per kilo. That's why I'm starting to sweat. Although my phone says 1.8. Weirdly, the phone says less than the Zwift app. Even though I'm going a little bit harder than I might like. I'm still at the back of the group. So, this coming Wednesday is going to be a double day on Zwift. We have, for the first time, I'm quite excited about this, a Wednesday morning session. So indeed, we do have Kat Ferguson from the Story Racing team joining us as our special guest for the ride. So let's introduce her on the Zwift app, companion app. I will let you know in just a second, Graham. Sorry, I'm busy typing, trying to introduce Kat on the companion app, just so everyone knows that she has very kindly giving up her time to join us on the ride. Oh, the runners are back. Great. Every Monday. That's basically a sign that I need to change our Monday loop, isn't it? If the runners are here every single week, I need to move on. Right, the morning session is going to be 7:10 British summertime, so that is the same time as the Friday morning session, except it's going to be on a Wednesday. It is going to be slightly longer, not by too much. It's 53 minutes, I think, this Wednesday. Or is it 50? Ooh. I should know, considering I've literally planned it in the last few days. Oh dear, that's bad, isn't it? I'll find out for you. But I'm really looking forward to it. I think the Wednesday morning session is going to be a good fun one. It's not going to be too crazy hard. It's going to be like a sort of sweet spot style Zone 3 ride. Nothing maximal, because I think at that time of day, certainly if it's me, if it's before going to work, wouldn't want to absolutely destroy myself, so it's not like the Wednesday evening sessions. And Wednesday evening session will of course follow later that day, 11 hours later. What am I letting myself in for? No, I'm looking forward to it, it'll be good. It's a bit of a trial throughout the summer, for the next few weeks at least, to see what proves more popular. It's not like I'm looking to drop a ride, it's just that I want to try and make sure that what we're offering fits in with what people actually want. So I'm looking forward to it anyway. Let's find out where Kat is. So Joshua has an amazing coach, and the workouts are always tough, and they need to be but completable. That's good, Joshua. That's like the most important thing, is that you have a coach that you understand and respect, but also one that, you know, he knows how to push you, he knows how to get the best out of you, basically. That's so important when it comes to coaching. We have the runners back. I need to change gear really, don't I? This really is calm today. What's going on? Sorry, Julian. I'll try not to go too hard. Oh, these runners, every week. I always used to like completing my sessions, Joshua. I always got quite a buzz from doing that, to be really honest with you. I think you do, it builds your confidence, doesn't it? However, sometimes power meters, even a power meter that's reading off by a few percent can sometimes completely distort a workout. Meaning one that you might normally complete, all of a sudden you couldn't. Those things do happen, unfortunately. Give out some ride-ons. That is my favourite thing to do. Right, let's find out if Kat has started racing this year. I think it's one of those. Gina's back. It must be a Zwift bug. It's really bizarre, isn't it? It's so weird that it's happened every single week as well. Maybe their ride or their run starts at exactly the same time as ours, and maybe that's what causes the glitch. I don't know. Luckily, they will disappear in a minute. Luckily. Are you ahead or behind me tonight, Gina? I'm not sure if I'm going harder or easier than normal. I haven't got my fan on tonight, which means that I'm hotter than normal. So it feels like I'm going harder than normal. But I'm trying to pay attention to the power. See that Mike is 3 minutes behind me, which is normally about correct. Oh, Gina's just ahead, so there you go. I must be going at the correct intensity. I'm starting to regret holding the phone now. It was alright for the first 15 minutes. Yeah, look, George is here. We are... Oh, look. So Kat's first race is coming up this weekend, actually, on Saturday. There we go, Georgie completed a huge ride from coast to coast in Devon this weekend. So she'll be feeling a little bit tired. Gina, I do have a training desk here. However, for some bizarre reason, I've chosen to mount the webcam on it. I've not thought things through perhaps as much as I thought I did. Which seems to be a theme. So the webcam's on the trainer desk, but the trainer desk is now ever so slightly just out of reach. And if I knock it, then the webcam will move and you'll see probably a white wall behind me, I would imagine. So that's not ideal. However, what I have been doing was mounting the phone on the desk so that you can see the messages pop up on the YouTube screen as well. However, I was told they were a little bit blurry, so then I decided, well, maybe I won't do that in the future. It's so confusing. All these ideas. I have to try them out. It's the only way, unfortunately. I've missed loads of messages. Look at this. I'm always at the back of the group ride. That's where all the wind protection is. Oh wow. Georgia has raised £560 so far, which is incredible. How are you doing? We're a third of the way through the ride. Matt Ellis, things we want to see, your max power indoors. Wow. Josh was baiting me for a sprint last week. It's actually really hard to sprint in the same way. Like outdoors, power's measured. Here's my list of excuses, Matt. Outdoors, my power's measured on a different device, meaning it's much easier to hit high numbers. Indoors, I'm on a rigid device, and the power is measured further down the drivetrain, meaning it's significantly lower. Have we really done 30 minutes already? Yeah, no way. It does fly by. It's a lot easier with a bit of company. It's a lot easier when people comment on the live stream. I did one at 11 o'clock one night. Yes, Matt. My power meter doesn't overread. You should know that from the last ride we did together. It definitely doesn't overread because I could barely get 1,000 watts after sitting on everyone's wheel and then trying to pop around them in a lead out. It's brutal. I want to give out some ride-ons. Why is it not working? Here we go. Oh, one. It's not working because I'm in a group of the same people, that's why. Always blame the power meter. And if you don't blame the power meter for a poor performance, you can always blame the weather. That's equally... Oh no, I couldn't breathe. It must be the weather. Right, we have a lot of comments from the runners on the companion app. Let's try and ignore that. I think it's stand up for a minute. I've done something weird to my controls. I can't seem to get my bike in the big room. That's another excuse for you. Just about to... I can only just hit 1,000 on the trailer. But we've been through this, Joshua. You're quite light. 1,000 watts on the turbo trainer is actually pretty good. I remember when I first started doing sprints on the turbo trainer, and I struggled to get 1,200 watts, but out on the road I could do crazy numbers. So yeah, there's always going to be a difference. But that's why they're different devices. So George is ridden from Westwood Ho
in North Devon on the coast to Plymouth Hoe on the South Devon coast. One of my first ever bike races were on the Plymouth Hoe, which is a coincidental fact for you. I use my arms for leverage, Matt, so I rock the bike sometimes. Yep, I did see 30 watt averages on those power meters that day. Let's not say any more about that. Firmware update. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Matt, you've got climber's arms. You don't need to worry. The amount of power you can do for 60 seconds as well, you really don't need to worry. Strava ride, your max speed is 140, average is 505 kilometers an hour. You get some weird glitches with technology, don't you? Hopefully everyone can read Micah's messages as well, because actually that would be... Gina, can you read Micah's messages when she types as the sweeper? There we go, there's the companion app in my hand. I'm going to have a drink, because I'm all of a sudden really, really warm. Which is obviously good. I just realised I can sit up, which is even better. My head doesn't disappear out of the screen because I've set it up correctly tonight. Doesn't stop me dribbling though, does it? Try and get as many conversations going at once. Gina is missing some messages. Where did I get to? The messages. Matt, what's your 1 minute power? Come on, Matt, tell us all. The scary thing is, watts per kilo is not that far off what I can do, and that was my like out and out strength, and I spent my entire life building towards it. Matt's only 17. It feels like I'm reclining back. I'm all of a sudden a long way from the camera. I've somehow disconnected a cable here today. I've been moving things around. Should probably unplug everything, plug it back in. It's also incredibly warm when you don't turn your fan on. Matt, this isn't only 17, I'm just being silly. Seeing if you're still listening.
Please, Matt. Please, Matt, respond. He's disappeared. Graham's 822 1 minute. Blimey. That's huge as well. Here we go. Matt's back. So, I'm typing out a long message, which is why I've gone quiet. Sorry about that. Oh, Matt, I can't believe you disappeared. You've missed everything we've said about you. I thought you were here for the whole ride. Oh wow. I'm sweating over my phone now. Phil's achieved level 50. I have a long way to go to get to level 50. Matt's birthday is on the same day as mine. Not the same year though. How old are you actually, Matt? Growing birds, 44 kilos. You're producing more power to weight than most scooters. Oh yes, Matt was trying to spread COVID last year. Matt, you seriously only 21 this July? Oh dear. That's very upsetting. I'm a lot older than my teammates. Loving the pace in my group. I'm only sat on the back of them. Yes, you do, Alex. You need to go harder for a minute. The best hill for that in this area, a little bit of local knowledge for you, Gina, probably won't help you much. Perrinwell into Carman Downs. It's very fast. If you get tailwind, basically anything with a run up into a climb, and you can maintain a high power output and try and fight against what I call a dying cadence. So your cadence is trying to slow down whilst you're trying to put out more power. Graham, I'm exactly the same as you. I really struggle with uphill. It's clearly just your body type. Wouldn't worry about it. We're all built differently and our muscles are all designed to function differently. I always prefer going fast with less. I could do high peak torque for sprints, but not sustain it for climbing. That's just an indicator of how you're built. Equally, I could put out more power on the flat than I could uphill. Matt Ellis loves the Carn and Downs Premier Inn. I think he's making it up. They're deceptively hard, these hills. Now behind us, these climbs. How's sweeping going? Should maintain a little bit of respect for the sweeper. Flat as a pancake. I always thought California would be, well, I guess it's a big place, isn't it? Just because one part of it's hilly doesn't mean the other part is. I've just dropped my phone on the floor, so I'm going to pick it up really quickly. Matt Ellis found Cornwall rather flat. I would say the rides that we did probably were about as flat as they get. That's not long enough for a 1 minute effort, Matt. Alex? Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, picking up the phone. Not getting dropped from the group. Look at that, no one even realised. One day, Alex is watching. Did it look like my phone was falling off the edge of the table, perhaps? Rolling hills. See, I want to see California. It sounds amazing. I used to live in the Netherlands, Matt. I know what it's like, but it's good for you. We have 10Ks to go. Alex is joining on Wednesday. I love the roads where you live, Matt. I can't believe you're complaining. They're flat. See, I really want to go to where you are, Gina, because it sounds amazing. Who's Mike talking to? What are the beaches like? That's what we really want to know. Where I'm from, life is all about the beach. That's correct, Micah. Look at this group, so smooth. I want to go somewhere warm, Gina. We don't really get to experience real heat where we live here. Genuinely lucky if it gets to, I'm going to go with centigrade because I haven't got a clue what a Fahrenheit is. Had to convert them. I'm really happy, generally speaking. Like it's just cottoned on. Generally speaking, if we get to 20 degrees C, I think Alex would agree, like it's rare that we actually get a real hot day here because we're out in the sea. The water's cold? I don't want to know that. I want to know the water's warm. Uh, 2010, Matt, was when I was there. Let's see if the phone goes again. Oh, it's wobbling. It's me that's wobbling. It should be smooth. Smooth is fast. Clearly not very smooth or fast. The Labrador current. My dog would love that. She's a Labrador and she loves cold water. Crazy thing. Yeah, 2010. I've been Zwifting on and off for years, but it's only this year Is that definitely from 2010, Matt? I wouldn't have had Strava back then. I'm thinking it's probably a race. Circuit of the Fens, is that near you? That was on for 2 years in a row. Won't feel cold in the summer, that's good, that's a relief. Mesotech GP, 2013. I vaguely remember that. It was a hot day. Right. Paul asks, is wafted? Should we spell it correctly? Am I getting drops? No, I'm in the wheels. People are actually holding on to the correct pace. It's amazing. Florida for warm water, yeah, but they've got crocodiles and alligators. One or the other. I used to have teammates that would go to Florida, and I was always quite jealous. Why don't they race there anymore, Matt? That was genuinely one of the best races in the UK, and they did it again. I'm sure it's called Circuit of the Fens in 2014. It's quite hard to remember these things. I'm sure in 2014, and we went over some off-road stuff over a railway line or something really bizarre. finished third or second. Either way, I didn't win. So that was bad news. I think my team had 2 people on the podium, second and third, which is always the worst. Mike had her eyes closed. What is she talking about? Look at this, Matt. Now you're talking about racing. KOMs racing, that's the best. 7-mile circuit would be ideal. Don't get dropped. Pay attention to the group. I'd sooner jump on Zwift than get cold or wet on the road ever again. That is 100% true. I used to love going outside in the wet. It just used to feel epic. It used to feel like I was achieving something. But no way would I want to do that now. I'm getting dropped from my group. Guys, wait. Alex is in my building, Gina. Sorry, I should have said that before. He's literally downstairs. Mike is smashing it out on Zwift, actually. She's nearly caught up with me. It's definitely safer. He's ramping up the pace. Alex is not a plant. What does that mean? Just over 5k to go. Getting ready. Don't know what I'm getting ready for. In my head, it's a sprint finish. It's not going to be. That's not how we do it on these rides. Oh yeah, he is a spy for the building. If he's not here, then I'm here, and if I'm not here, he's here. That's how it works. Or he's a talking plant. He could be. He's tall enough to be a big, tall talking plant. He's one of the tallest people that I know. At least 7 foot. I'm writing out a cap winning competition entry type thing, message, hence the sudden silence. How are the goats? The goat's great, Matt. I live in a goat farm. Matt likes goats. Their little rectangular pupils. Well, technically I don't have the goats, but where I live they are. They're lovely. They're like pets. Here we go. This is a good one for today. I mean, I think it's a good one. The competition entry. Here we go, the Col Cat giveaway announcement. I've all of a sudden surged forward a bit there. How have I done that? Everyone's getting nervous. Yeah, Matt, why aren't you riding? That wasn't Alex's question, but that's the question I'm putting out there. You wouldn't even have to average 100 watts to keep up with me, would you? Come on, Chris, let's see what you can do, Graham says. I'd be really, really nervous about doing that in this group. People might really hate me for it. We're going to have to find... We'll have to create a special Zwift ride where we can do silliness like that. I'd genuinely be surprised if I could do 1200 watts. Sat here right now, today. That's a fair estimate, which is quite different to outside. And I weigh nearly 80 kilos. Peer pressure gang. Matt's on his bed eating one digestive. You've not spent long enough in France because that should have been one grated carrot. Do it, do it, do it. Here we go. Whoa. That was it. Exactly. A ride like Chris's ride would be perfect for a sprint. Maybe I should come and join Chris's ride again. Every Thursday at... Is it 6:30, Gina? UK time, that is. Chris's rides are really good, actually. Genuinely good fun. I have 2 KOMs to go. Don't forget, paste that in there. Pop that in there. Gene is saying 10:30 a.m. painful at that time. Yeah. Well, I quite like training at that time of day. Has Alex just put in an effort? I've slowed down again. At least 400. I might not have 400 in my legs, Graham. Go on then, I'll do a sprint after the finish. We'll leave it on YouTube as well. I'll make sure I say politely goodbye to everyone first. How long should I sprint for? I'm not sprinting for longer than 20 seconds. Right, let's get some messaging out. There we go. Quarter mile. I'm not a drag racer, Alex. $800 to go. 10 seconds. Yeah, I'll do a 10-second sprint. That sounds fair. I'm going to do my shoes up now though, just to get ready. Where's my group gone? I've not dropped them, surely they've dropped me. Or have I secretly started going harder because I wasn't paying attention? 1 horsepower. I could do 1 horsepower for way longer than I'd like to try right now. I needed 2 minutes once. 750 watts. I don't want to be doing that now. Pop that up there, and then we'll pop that message there as well. And then in 200 minutes time, after tightening my shoes even more, are there lots of people on the course? I can't see anyone. Are you beating me to... Oh, Gina, no. Right, I was just straight after the finish, straight away. Three, 2, 1. Hardy. You have to tell me how many watts I've got. Where's my mouse gone? There we go. Right. What did I do? 13:36. Oh well, that'll do. I just have to train a little bit more, won't I? Honestly, that's as hard as I could go. You can probably tell that by the breathing. I don't think Adam Coffer's speaking to Gina on the companion app, is he? I would have finished it right there. Graham says 13:62, that'll do. I'll take that. Graham's is the highest. That makes me the happiest. I'm genuinely out of breath, man. Maybe I should pedal for a few more minutes. We could do that again next week if you fancy. See if I can do it better next week. Ah, high peak. Oh, have I got it on 3-second power? I normally go for instant. Yeah, I bet my face went red. I've not turned the fan on this evening. Enjoy stage 3, Gina. Mike is thinking about doing that one. I think she had considered doing it before. She might have to catch up now. How do I change the power setting? I really thought I had it on instant. Right, you know what, YouTube? It's time to go, isn't it? I'm just going to hang my head out the window, get some fresh air, try and de-redden my face a little bit. We'll do that again next week, Graham, Matt, Gina, Josh, anyone else that wants to join in, Alex. High peak, but it drops faster. Well, we'll have to play with that next week. We'll find out. I'll work out the settings, see what we can do. 07:10 British summertime on Wednesday morning for a weekday workout, a Wednesday weekday workout. That's not going to be too hard. It'll be a tempo-based workout. Be good fun. 50 minutes, set you up for the day quite nicely, I think. Then Wednesday evening, 6:10 for some 3-minute hill efforts. Friday morning, weekend tune-up at 07:10 BST. I will be back here. It's been a lot of fun this evening. I get my breath back eventually. Thanks for that. Peer pressure, terrible. Oh dear. Right, I really enjoyed that. Thank you very much for joining us here on YouTube. I'll see you again very soon. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you. Can reach for the screen now. See you next time.